Hey Virgo, your June tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor and welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. Your main themes for June are balanced emotions and then your flower therapy. It says your wishes are coming true. It's the sweet pea flower. And it says what your heart has been longing for is getting closer each day. So what these mean together as a message for June is that it's about taking action on the things that you want to bring into your life from a place of calm and intentionality. So, like when we're constantly on the defense or in a chaotic mental state, it is hard to manifest much of anything. And our more reactive choices can actually have the opposite of result of what we want. So I kind of like how the jellyfish and the sweet pea flower have that similar shape of the bulb or bell-like top with the tendrils underneath. It says that force is not the way, but grace and trust and more efficient and targeted energy expenditure. Those tendrils, I don't know if it happens in the ocean ever, but like I can imagine them getting tangled up. And if they were to be rigid and hold on too tightly, they would get tangled up. But as long as they're relaxed, they flow rather than knot up. And at the same time, that bell part does actively move things along. So it's like keeping your focus on the goal. So for the first thing I asked is a message to help you keep calm, a message about calm for Virgo in June. And you have the Page of Swords reversed. So this is definitely talking about overthinking, over mental stimulation, and how you might need to take steps or find methods of quieting your mind, whether that's meditation or grounding techniques, shutting out the social media noise. The Page of Swords is often associated with social media. And in the reverse like this, any court card in reverse, it to me speaks on loss of power. So how can you take your power back from that surface level interaction? Like the ocean, for example. The Page of Swords is a somewhat shallow energy, and like the top part of the ocean, the shallow part is in constant motion. It's swaying this way and that. It's up and down. It has image distorting ripples, all of that, right? So there's a sense of being tossed about by it. But in the depths, you can see life gliding effortlessly like through the water without all that interference. So to find your calm, go deeper into yourself and get some distance from that surface level interference. So for where you will see the most change in June, you have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So again, another reversed court card and its corresponding loss of power. If this is someone outside of you, then it could be a loss of someone's financial power or influence over you. Or in some cases, someone else's loss of power to help you if they've been benefiting you materially in some way. So it can be destabilizing, but it can also be freeing depending on how you want to look at it. So if it's an aspect of yourself, there could be a change in your security and you might have to work harder to feel grounded. It's almost like to keep going with that ocean reference, like you've lost your big fancy boat that was the source of your stability. Like, I don't know if you've ever been on a cruise ship, but they feel very solid underneath you. You can't feel the waves. Not like a raft or a rowboat where you can feel everything going on with the water, right? So you might find yourself closer to that influence. That influence, the back and forth and up and down, might have more power to move you, which is probably why they're giving you that message for calm and going within to find that security, because the external might fall short in providing that right now. Now keep in mind that's only for June. It's not like the tower or anything, like everything's falling apart. It's just kind of a temporary energy. Your biggest obstacle, you have the Queen of Wands reversed. So I kind of feel like if it did represent someone outside of you losing their power, that wouldn't be an obstacle. So I'm pretty sure it's referring to an aspect of yourself. Your biggest obstacle is going to be actually claiming your power to act in a situation. You could find that you're looking too far outside of your locus of control and then deciding that you don't have power out there. That means you don't have any power, when in fact, if you would draw that in, you do have power. You just have to look closer. You might not have the power to directly fix the situation, wave your magic wand and make it all go away, but you have power over something. And that's where you need to focus and not let the fact that you can't do exactly what you want to do mean that you can't do anything. So for the best thing about the month, you have the Chariot. This is awesome. So just like that sweet pea card energy says, your wishes are coming true. And so something does move forward successfully at some point in June. Now, my boyfriend's a Virgo, so I would tell him that the best part would be getting on his motorcycle and feeling the wind in his face with chariot energy. My son is also one. I would tell him it's about successfully leaving the school year behind and moving into summer break. Like, does anyone remember that first car ride off of school property on the last day of school? It's kind of the best, right? I mean, so, and also with that calm theme we're talking about, it reminds me of keep calm and carry on, that phrase. So you are carrying on triumphantly one way or another. You are carrying on. So for your influence and impact on others, you have the Six of Pentacles. So there's a good reciprocity here. Your influence or impact on others will be equivalent of theirs on you, or vice versa. It's like there's a beautiful balance where the influence doesn't go just one way. You'll be both giving and receiving in equal measure. So that kind of means that you get to direct your impact in a fair exchange sort of way. For some of you, this could look like you being the one that's out there giving, volunteering, donating, lifting others up. And for others, it's being an opportunity for someone to give. I don't know if you've ever thought of it that way, but giving actually does feel good. And letting someone do that is giving them something that feels good. So you're a source of feel-good energy to the ones that you allow to help you right now. So for what opportunities you should be looking for, you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So opportunities for revisits or redos. It's also talking about the opportunities that can be found when you think you're stuck. I once heard someone say that they use being stuck at a red light as an opportunity to be grateful for something. Or sometimes the waiting period before something begins is a great time to rest up and gather your energy for it rather than getting it instantly and then burning out right away because you were still depleted from the last thing. So maybe it's a pause that lets you look before you leap. I mean, it takes a little change in mindset, but pauses are actually excellent opportunities for intention, regrouping, learning, and reapproaching the situation better. And by allowing the pause and keeping your eyes open on it rather than like wincing with irritation, figuratively speaking, like I'm just going to look away, I'm going to look at my phone until it's over, you could potentially detect the pattern in what you previously thought was chaos and re-enter the flow in a better way, on the right foot, better timed. So for where you will find the most support, you have the Six of Swords reversed. This is different. The Six of Swords traditionally is depicted by a boat moving away from choppy water. So they're working with my metaphor here, but it's in reverse. And so that means possibly like your battle buddies, the people in the trenches with you, your comrades, or it could also be the other people who want to see the calmer shore as much as you do, even if they're on the opposite side of a conflict. They want that conflict over just like you do. So it's my stay and fight card when the Six of Swords is in reverse. So there's a sense of things being settled instead of running away from them. You could be supported by the victory over it in the future, or be supported by this proverbial enemy being defeated in a way that it won't come back by staying and showing up and fighting the good fight, versus the vulnerability and loss of people around you if you were to run away from the situation. You might find that you lose support by not showing up. For your self-care directive, you have the Ten of Cups reversed. Okay, so here we go, talking about balancing emotions and taking steps to take care for your feelings and your mental well-being. So this can be working with a doctor or a therapist to address the root causes of something like anhedonia, loss of joy in the things that you once loved, hopelessness, all of that stuff that feels bad and yucky and heavy. It might be time to stop ignoring it and seek out ways to identify the causes and resolve them to whatever degree is actually possible. So just to be clear, this is an entertainment channel. This is in no way, shape, or form medical advice or diagnostic. It's a tarot reading. Take it as that. This card is simply saying that if you struggle with something negative in your mental health, your self-care directive is to begin the healing process in whatever way makes sense or is accessible to you, probably with someone that knows what they're talking about, which is not me. the pause indicated by the Wheel of Fortune could mean a retraction of some of your usual distractions. And actually, so does the Page of Swords reversed, making it a perfect opportunity to address this kind of things, because it's like there's a inability to escape them right now. And that Six of Swords too, that says there's no way to escape right now. It's kind of like show up and fight, and then you win, and then things can be better. Anyway, Virgo, that's what I have for you. Much love, and I'll talk to you next month. Thank you.